Chicago River winding its way through the heart of the Windy City. Our sight tonight. Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me tonight, Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, with our Hall of Famer David Aldridge reporting from the sideline. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last several months for Ben Simmons.
Look, sometimes you go up, sometimes down, and the trend has been on the downward side in terms of his average points per game. And a variety of factors can be the culprit. And a lot of times you focus on the efficiency more than just pure point output.
Look at the 76ers starting group. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Ben Simmons is out there with Curry, and it's Green in at the 3 slot. And for Chicago, Daniel Tice out there with Williams, and it's Vucevic, then it's Garrett Temple, and it's White in at the 1. Greg, for those teams who have overachieved in the regular season as the playoffs are coming up, how do they ensure their success continues into the postseason?
Well, Kevin, the skeptics are still going to be out there. You just got to understand the playoffs are a different animal. You've got to be resilient and adaptable when the adversity hits, because it's going to come. And the belief system is so paramount to success of teams, especially underdog teams in the postseason. Do they have the confidence to get the job done?
Now here's Simmons, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Curry with it. Turned in an outstanding game against San Antonio. And that one is good. Embiid's got the opening bucket of the night here for Philadelphia.
Only so much you can do against Embiid down there. I mean, try to contest him, but his focus, I mean, it's commendable.
And it's good, 2 points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you got to bring much faster help than that.
Harris trying to get free. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Green with the block.
Oh, look. Blocking shots is one of Green's sneaky attributes. His exceptional sense of timing.
Curry passes it to Embiid. Over Williams. Feeds it to Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
One shot. That's good from Harris.
I mean, look, every year Harris looks more confident. He goes through stretches where he can dominate.
White against Simmons. And it's blocked by Simmons. And he gets it back. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
There's so many levels to Kobe White's potential as a scorer. I mean, but he's really impressed me with his ability early on.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Green kicks to Simmons. Harris outside. And here's Green outside. Hands it from downtown. And here's White. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Hawks in Atlanta. From the arc, Temple gets the bucket.
More of a shooting than passing guard. White still able to find the open man.
The 76ers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And Harris wide open. He shoots another 3 for Philadelphia.
They've come out with guns blazing. 4 for 5 from the field. They've got the D really.
White the pass to Williams. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. With the teardrop, here's Temple. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
You've got to be kidding me. Draws the foul and hits the shot. What a play from three-point range.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Yeah, he's at 81% from the line. And when we've had a chance to see him, he's had great form and continues to look confident.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
In that kind of environment, every point matters. The bench was a huge reason why they won that one.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going. Embiid kicks to Green. Passes it to Simmons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3 nailed from three-point land.
Wanting to improve his outside jump shot. When he makes it, everything else opens up for him. And everyone wants Simmons to add a consistent outside jump shot. But while that's a work in progress, he does just fine at the rim. An incredibly adept finisher up close.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And C-Webb, as you said with Simmons, when he's going at the rim, he's as good as it gets.
Oh, yeah, G.A. Great blend of size, speed, and strength. He controls his body to create space. He can lay it up from unorthodox angles with ease.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Joelle Embiid. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Green. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Curry. And George Hills subbed in for Ben Simmons. Now, here's Satoransky. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Hawks in Atlanta. And stolen by Thybulle. And it's blocked.
He's good at leaping up to block shots. I mean, Aminu's vertical leap helps him big time on the defensive end.
Now, here's Valentine. 9 points last game out. Young outside, jacks up a 3, knocks down the 3 ball.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Yeah, it's all about establishing a rhythm. I mean, you start to see it fall, you begin to believe.
Now here is Harris. He's got 6. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up. Well, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point.
And they've got to keep him off the glass. For a little guy, he can be a handful on the offensive boards if you're not aware of him.
That's tipped. Pass to Aminu. Now here's Valentine. Clock at 6. outside Hill. Pass to Thibault. Howard kicks to Milton. Over Young. Again, Philadelphia.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now, here's Satoransky. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Three-pointer, Markkanen buries the long-range jumper.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Thibault. Hill finds Howard. Good ball movement here by the 76ers.
A step in the right direction. Markkanen must continue to make these kinds of efforts on defense.
Korkmaz, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Maxie comes in for Shake Milton. So it's Philadelphia now. It's a three-point game.
The inbound play works to perfection. You got to love to get those quick hitters.
Floats it up for Young. Howard with the steal. Here's Korkmaz. Again, Philadelphia.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, so far both teams have been outstanding at the offensive end, but we got a lot of game left to play. Good job taking advantage of the size mismatch. There's no way that jumper's getting blocked.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Philadelphia ahead, up by 5. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And we spoke with Joelle Embiid earlier. He hopes to set an example for those who want to follow in his footsteps.
Being from Africa, at the end of the day, you come here, you want to make an impact and, share your story with everybody. And so it kind of pushes everybody back home in the whole continent to want to do the same thing.
Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
Young is out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Valentine. Then there's Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Satoransky in at the point. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. And the Bulls, another 3.
A contested shot right with the facial. This kid's a game.
Philadelphia's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight.
And when you think about it, Thaddeus Young, he can be a thorn in the opposition side. He's just a great disruptor on defense. I mean, he has long arms, good timing to get those deflections.
That gives them the lead. And it's a 3-point Bulls lead.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
It's a seesaw battle. Both teams are pretty evenly matched, and the score reflects that.
Now, here's Maxie. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
And with Young, I mean, his game has evolved over the course of his career.
Oh, think about it, GA. When he came into the league, he was an up-and-down tweener. I think what's made him more consistent of a player you can rely on, is his defense has improved, and along with his shooting. Now, he uses different methods, but he still gets it done as a vet.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. They trail by 3. Green passes to Curry. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Curry's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. And so White will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
Live by the 3, die by the 3. If you're perimeter dependent, you don't really know game to game how it's going to go.
And when you're not connecting from deep, you got to mix it up. I mean, look to score inside more. They didn't do enough of that.
And so here is Philadelphia. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago.
Wow. Taking whatever he sees in the pick and roll. Simmons, you got to respect how assured he is.
Here's Temple. 7 points in the game. And now Philadelphia on the break. The pass to Thibault. Now Embiid. Vucevic defending. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, he continues to improve as a passer. The sky's the limit for Embiid and his all-around game.
It's White on the wing. Drops in the layup for two. White's got the game tied up here for the Bulls.
Taking it up strong against size. He does not lack for confidence.
No, absolutely not. And in his mind, no one can stop him on that, no matter the size.
Now here's Simmons. He's got 5. It's stolen by Tice. And now here comes Williams leading the break. Here's Temple, guarded by Simmons. And Temple kicks to Vucevic. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
And Embiid gets it to go.
If you're the D, I mean, you'll live with this. Embiid really testing the limits of his range there.
Passes it to Vucevic. Back to White. With some arc. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 3 assists tonight. Philadelphia's gone along perfectly from three-point range. Tonight they've gone 5 for 5. And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. Tobias Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. Shake Milton comes in for Curry.
And a chance to check out Joelle Embiid here. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. 7th in scoring, 8th in blocks, and he's among the top 15 in rebounding. Just a powerful presence in the paint.
And you noted it, his points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to. And although the passes aren't flashy by any means, Nikola Vucevic, a very effective playmaker at the pivot.
And Vucevic is very calm when pressed, reads the defense well, and makes the simple but impactful pass. Great in dribble handoffs. It's a big reason he averages almost 4 assists a game.
Milton kicks to Embiid. Drills it from outside. Embiid's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Pass to Vucevic. Over Embiid. And it's good off the back rim and in. And the Bulls lead by 1.
Can't afford to let Vucevic get comfortable. He's content to take these shots whenever the D gives them up.
Here's Embiid. Count that one. Embiid's got 10 points in the game.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
White the pass to Vucevic. Tries from 7. And Embiid with the block.
Awesome timing on the rejection. Embiid, the big fella. You don't want to bring it in around this guy.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now here's White. 12 points for him. Fade away. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Vucevic.
What great touch there on the fadeaway. Man, right in his face.
Simmons passes to Milton. Here's the lob for Harris. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Well, maybe we all know Harris as a shooter, but he can still get up.
They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
And Aminu slams it in.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. And Simmons kicks to Harris. Vucevic with the block.
Well timed by Vucevic. Not a center who piles up blocks, but this guy picks his spots.
Knocked away. It's stolen by Milton. From deep. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. 76ers lead by 1. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Here with head coach Billy Donovan. Coach, it's been back and forth in the first half. What's it going to come down to?
Well, obviously it's close. We know we're playing against a great team, so we just got to keep grinding and keep playing.
See how it turns out, Coach. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. Tobias Harris was red hot to start the first. He had 11 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Efficiency. You know, I think that's big. That's a key to success. You got to protect the basketball. You can't make those risky passes that lead to highlight film dunks. So I thought it was a great job.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Well, they faced an all-out aerial assault, bombs everywhere. But they're still in position to win this game. But they were bombed from deep all half long, Ernie. They need to revamp the perimeter approach on defense. They don't need to take everything away, but they got to make it harder.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. They lead by 1. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Curry is out there with Simmons. And it's Green in at the small forward. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Simmons against White. And stolen by White.
Ill-advised pass on that one, guys. I mean, he had to know there was a man there in position to get that turnover.
Vucevic to the pass to White. Good work there as it goes. White's got 14 points for the game.
He's putting on the show. White has the natural scores first mentality. I mean, and he's been feeling it tonight.
Embiid with it. Williams picks him up. Williams with the steal. Harris on the double team. White finds Temple. And the Bulls another 3.
A nice find by White. I mean, we want to see more of this from him. I mean, Kobe might not be a point, but he can pass.
76ers moving the ball around. Oh, Vucevic in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Simmons dishes to Curry. Knocks it loose. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Pushing it up. Here's Vucevic, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Listen, 84 is a really good number to post at the foul line, and that's where he's at on the year.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Markkanen, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. Denzel Valentine comes in for Garrett Temple. And Satoransky's subbed in for White.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Vucevic. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Timeout called the 76ers. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
The Bulls making a switch here. Young's checked in.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Harris. Over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up, averaging 15 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
Here's Williams after the Sixers pick up 2. Back to Markkanen. Lays it up and banks it in. Markkanen's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Bulls.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Outside Curry. There's the triple. Sinks the three-pointer. Curry's got 6 points.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Satoransky finds Young. Markkanen against Harris. Knocked loose and stolen by Harris. Tries from 16, and the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Rock solid start for them. I mean, they're 3 for 3 since coming out of the locker room.
Satoransky the pass to Williams. Here's Markkanen. Fires for 3. Good. The nice assist for Williams. And that's now 10 points for Lauri Markkanen.
This is what makes Markkanen so valuable, the ability to drain it from outside the arc.
They get a hand on it. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Satoransky, and it's blocked. It's good.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Now, here's Maxie. Harris, right side, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Oh, man, and defenders have to be more cautious when guarding Harris. He is constantly looking to draw contact on his shots.
3 trips to the line so far for him in this one.
An 89% free throw shooter puts him right there among the league's best from the line.
That's good from Harris. Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Chicago. Philadelphia also making some changes. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Furkan Korkmaz. Shake Milton comes in for Seth Curry. And George Hills subbed in for Maxie. And Harris drops them both.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Outside, Markkanen. And the Bulls, another 3.
In an era where quality stretch bigs are valued so highly, Markkanen fits right into the league's mold.
And see, well, Satoransky doesn't have many years of NBA experience, but he plays like a vet due to his time over in Europe.
I agree with you, G.A. Satoransky's he's a great decision maker. He's been a winner and a natural leader in the locker room. Every player he's played with has had great things to say about him.
And Markkanen throws it down.
That's just fundamentals. I mean, Markkanen possesses fundamentals that are impressive. He understands how to use the pick and roll to his advantage.
Now here is Harris. 17 points in the game. And it's blocked, but he stays with it. Milton. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Milton's got his third basket of the night right there.
And that was the correct play to make. George Hill, a very discerning playmaker.
Valentine kicks to Satoransky. And it's sent back by Hill. And he recovers it. Satoransky gets the bucket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
And Philadelphia calls time here. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Vucevic checked in for Young. Daniel Tice comes in for Markkanen. Garrett Temple has checked in for Valentine. And it's Kobe White in for Satoransky. Philadelphia also making some changes. Joelle Embiid comes in for Dwight Howard. And Simmons subbed in for Matisse Thybulle. Now here's Embiid. 10 points for him. 2 points. That one goes.
What a finisher Embiid is. He's a pro at not letting the defense dictate to him.
Aminu, no one around him. And the Bulls, another three.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Harris with it. Now guarded by Vucevic. And they double up Embiid. Here's Milton. A strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Milton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
To the paint, here's Embiid. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 3 assists now in this one.
And this is a testament to the concentration Embiid possesses. I mean, he's able to finish despite getting bodied up.
And so it's Chicago, with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. We've got White, Daniel Tice out there with Vucevic, then it's Garrett Temple, and it's Aminu in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Yeah, it seems like whenever one team scores, the other comes right back with a bucket of its own.
Outside, Simmons. Poked loose. It's stolen by Vucevic. Pass to Temple. Inside. Tice kicks to White. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Now Aminu. Just 5 to shoot. Temple. Green with the block. And he's able to get it back. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. Vucevic has got the lead up to 10 now for the Bulls. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, you can't blame the ref for making that call at all. The defense in general is already at such a disadvantage as it is.
The Bulls making a switch here. Williams is checked in, and the 76ers also making a change. Curry's checked in.
But the reach of Simmons, I mean, coming into play on these blocks, you got to be careful shooting around this guy.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Hey, guys, you think he was sending a message on that one? He doesn't like losing.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
Yeah, he's just not giving the ball up. He's passing with a purpose, and it's leading to scores.
Harris finds Simmons. And the layup's good off the glass.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
The Bulls leading by 8. Outside, White. To the middle, Tice. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Oh, showing great quickness coming off the pick. White draws attention, then feeds the roll.
Curry passes to Embiid. He kicks to Green. To the inside. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers. On Wednesday, they'll take on John Wall and the Houston Rockets. Then on Friday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the New Orleans Pelicans.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Lauri Markkanen's checked in for Daniel Tice. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Dwight Howard's checked in for Joelle Embiid. And Harris drops them both. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. And White kicks to Markkanen. And he's good on the 3-ball. And the Bulls lead by 11.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
The basket looks as big as the ocean right now. I mean, that's how easy he's making it look.
And it's Howard finishing it off.
This is the chemistry Howard has with this guy. He's fantastic at realizing when to go for alley-oops.
White drives in, and White slams it in.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, come on, guys. Someone has to rotate over. Defensively, that's just poor communication.
Here's Temple, guarded by Curry. White the pass to Williams. Good on the bucket. Williams has got his first points of the game.
And that's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Timeout called the 76ers. It's been quite a game for Lauri Markkanen.
Oh, yeah, no question what they'll be talking about in this timeout. They need to figure out some way to slow him down.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. We'll see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
That's just the big boy muscle of Harris, a real energizer who just fights through contact on his shots.
Chris, you look at last year's all-defensive first-teamers, 4 out of 5 of those guys were 6'10 or taller. Clearly, size is an advantage.
Yeah, size or at least length. I mean, long arms, you know, with that comes blocks, steals, and deflections. You know, as long as you can move your feet, though, bigger is better.
That's good from Harris. Chicago calls timeout.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
And so White will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. To the paint, here's Vucevic, and they call the foul, so he's got the and-one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And that's the 7-foot difference for Vucevic. Tough defense, contact. It doesn't do enough to throw off his ability to make that shot.
One shot.
The 76ers trail by 13. Oh, the lob for Simmons. Taken away by Williams. Outside, White. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Here's Simmons. 1:37 left here in the fourth quarter. Outside Curry. Simmons against White. Back to Curry from downtown. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
Now the pass to Vucevic. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
Greg, compare the times when you played as an NBA player with a lot more contact and a lot was let go on the floor to what we're seeing now when there seem to be a lot of whistles, a lot of stoppage of play.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. You know, you got to allow players to defend. And if they're in a legal guarding position, let them do their job. You know, eliminate the cheap ones. Part of the issue, though, partner, is now so much of the game is played on an island, right? You don't have the crowds that you typically would see guys in back in our era. There's more space. The court, in that sense, is bigger. You're out there kind of on your own, man, and these guys are crafty at drawing fouls.
It's never been harder for a defender.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Bulls.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
This team has great depth, and they showed it in this game.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And it looks like they're going to spare themselves the embarrassment of being swept in the season series by winning this last one.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Vucevic.
No fatigue in this fella tonight. Tireless, grinding out every possession and leading their offense.
Inside, high post Vucevic pulls it up, and the Bulls tack on two more.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for, and when it pans out like this, it's a great feeling.
Here's Temple. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.